राधे
मेरे गोविंद राधे,
जय जय गोविंद राधे
जय जय गोविंद राधे,
भज गोविंद राधे
भज गोविंद राधे,
ओ राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे,
ओ राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे,
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे,
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे,
गोविंद राधे
गोविंद राधे,
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे,
ओ राधे राधे गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे,
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे,
भज गोविंद राधे
भज गोविंद राधे,
जय जय गोविंद राधे
जय गोविंद राधे,
मेरे गोविंद राधे
मेरे गोविंद राधे,
ओ राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे,
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे राधे
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे,
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे।
बोल लाडली लाल की जय. Now please pay very close attention and listen very carefully. A week ago, approximately, we celebrated a very special occasion, Ram Navami, the appearance of the Supreme Lord in the age of Treta Yuga as Bhagwan Shri Ram. Who is this Ram? Why should we worship Ram? And how to worship Ram? It's very important to understand. In the Ramayana, Tulsidas Ji Maharaj says, Doha. भक्त हेतु भगवान प्रभु राम धरे उत्तम भूप किए चरित पावन प्राकृत नर अनुरूप सिया पति रामचंद्र जी की जय शरणम प्रभु. बोले सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. भक्त हेतु भगवान प्रभु राम धरऊ तनुभू. For the sake of his bhaktas, his devotees, many reasons there are. In Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirabhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam shrijamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya ch dushkitam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. For the protection of the good, the virtues, and destruction of the evil, the Lord takes a form, descends in this world to destroy Rakshas, demons. But there are many reasons besides this, many reasons. Not only to destroy Rakshas. Here, Tulsidas ji says, Bhakt hetu Bhagavan Prabhu, for the sake of his devotees, those who love him. They want to see their beloved Lord in a divine, in his form. Day and night, they want to see him. Darshan. They want to have his darshan, to see the Lord. So for the sake of his devotees, those who want to see him, the Lord takes a form, he descends in this world. Ke charit pavan param, every action he performs is supremely sacred, purifying. But prakrit nara anurup, he behaves like an ordinary man. Many people claim they can see God. Can we just see God just like that? The fact is, we have seen God. Not once, not twice, uncountable times. During the Lord's uncountable dissensions in this world and our uncountable past reincarnation, past lifetimes. Whenever God is descended in this world as Ram, as Krishna, we were there. We saw him. But what happened? जाकी रही भावना जैसी, जाकी रही भावना जैसी, प्रभु मूरत देखी तीन तैसी, जय राम श्री चिदानंदमय, चिदानंदमय देह तुम्हारी, विगत विकार जानी अधिकारी, जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। जाकी रही भावना जैसी, Prabhu Murati dekhi tin taisi. How Tulsidas Maharaj is saying, how we are on the inside, when we meet God and the saint also, so we're going to see. We're going to visualize. There's a strange thing about divine personalities. In the world, we all see worldly people and more or less we see them the same way. But when you see God, when the Lord came as Ram, when he went to take the hand of Mother Sita in the Sita Sayambar, in the marriage, all the Rakshas princes were there and all the princes were there. They all saw him differently. One says, hey, do you see he has 2 heads? One says, no, he has 4 heads. Another one says, you can't see, he has 20 heads. Huh? The yogis who worshipped him as a formless Brahm, they say, hey, I don't see anything. Who are you talking about? One person, 2 head, 10 head, 20 head, 50 head. Same thing happened when he went to kill Kans. Everyone saw him differently. That's what happened. Whenever God has descended in this world, we saw him according to how we were on the inside. And because we are under Maya, we saw him as a material person with all the faults and all the shortcomings and all the defects, just like one of us. In other words, until we have not attained God-realization, until we have not become divine and attained divine eyesight, etc., if we were to see God with our material eyes, we will see him as a material person. That which is divine will be seen as material. Oh, people say, I see Shiva, I see this one. That's your delusion. People think them people have a complex, inferiority complex. That if I claim I can see God, people will start thinking, what a great person. We are no good. But we want people to think how good we are. Day and night we're thinking wrong thoughts in our mind. Negative, wrong thoughts. And yet we claim, hey, I can see Krishna. I see Shivji dancing. I see, Jai Ho. You cannot see God like that. Why? Chidanandamaya deha tumhari. Just as God is divine, his body is also divine. Chidanandamaya deha. The body is Chidanandamaya, means divine. God doesn't have a material body like ours. Janma karma cha me divya. Mevam yo veti tattvata tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. Chapter 4, verse 9, Gita. Arjun, my birth as well as my actions are divine. Divya. His body, everything about Bhagavan is divine. Meaning, it is not material. His body is not like ours. So, Chidanandamaya deha tumhari bigata vikar jani adhikari. And who can see? One who has become bigata vikar. Vikar means Maya, greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust. Vikar. Bigat means without. One who's become free from Maya, who's become adhikari, deserving. In other words, a saint only can see. So anybody tell you they see Bhagavan, ask them, are you a saint? What are you doing in the world still and enjoying material senses and material mind and material objects? You seen Bhagwan? So it's just nonsense. Complete nonsense. Inferiority complex. We want people to think how great we are, how good we are. That I can see Bhagwan and you can't see. So I real good and you? It's human's nature. This is human's nature. We love people to have this great, great idea about us. We go out of our way, acting and saying things so people will think how great we are. And every moment, wrong, dirty, bad thoughts in the mind. Negative thoughts. Only enjoying gossip. Gossiping and talking bad things about others. And yet, I see Bhagavan. Bhagavan so easy to see. God has a condition for seeing him. Condition. निर्मल मन जन निर्मल मन जन सो मोहि भावा मोहि कपट छिद्र न भावा जय राम श्री राम जय everyone.
Sri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama
सरल स्वभाव न मन कुटिलाई यथा लाभ संतोष सदाई जय राम श्री राम
जय जय राम Sri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama
निर्मल मन जन सो मोहि पावा मोहि कपट चल चिद न भावा Nirmal. Nirmal means pure. Nirmal. Mal means dirt. Nir, without. So nirmal, pure. Nirmal man. The heart, the mind has to become completely pure. Bhagavan Shri Ram himself is saying to Sugriv, only those who are pure in heart, pure mind, can know me, see me, attain me. I cannot bear, I cannot stand deception, deceit, fraud. And everybody's seeing Bhagavan. This seeing Bhagavan is not like pitching marble, bhaiya. It's not a game. Sarala swabhava na man kutilai. There should be no kutilai in the mind, no deceitfulness, no fraud, no deception. Sarala swabhava, pure heart, pure mind. That person only can see Bhagavan. People say, just laugh. Don't tell them anything, don't call anybody. Feel sorry for them. Bechara. This desire to be great in everybody's eye, that's all. Simple thumb. We can't see God like that. Also, everybody can see God. So we have seen. But as I mentioned, how we are on the inside. So if when God and the saints come, this is why we don't benefit. If we have a tamasic nature, our mind, our heart is extremely dirty, and we meet God or a saint, oh, he's such a bad person, bad man. If we are a rajasic nature, we are passionate, ambitious, and we meet God and the saint, oh, he like money, etc. And if we have a sattvic nature, we are good. We have good thoughts in our heart. And we meet God and the saint. Oh, he's a good man. Good person. Better than me, but good, that's all. And God and the saints are beyond. These are three modes of Maya. Even Sattva Gun is on a Maya. And God and the saints are beyond Maya. Divine. We can't benefit, we can't see. Uncountable times. If don't want to see God until you are deserving, because whatever little faith you have now, that will go away too. If I see God, of God, obviously, if I see Hanuman, if I see Shivji, I'll fall on unconscious with bliss. No. God is sitting in our heart. He's pervading in every pore of the body. What benefit are you getting? Well, if I see him sounding like Ram, Krishna in front of me, Radha Rani, Durga, Mother Durga, no. You will not benefit. You will lose instead. Why? Listen. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Bolo.
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Bolo Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Bolo
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Oh, he khag mrig he madhukarsheni, तुम देखी सीता मृग नयनी. बोलो
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
ओ बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम. बोलो
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
if we lose somebody who is dear to us in the world, your wife, your daughter, let's suppose, and someone kidnaps them, they get lost, what do? We make a report in the police station. We put an advertisement in the radio, television, newspaper. We ask people to go and help us. We go searching. Nobody goes to a tree and say, "Oh tree, have you seen my wife? Oh Mr. Tree." Nobody goes to a dog and say, "Mr. Dog, have you seen my wife?" Nobody goes to a bird and say, "Hey bird, please tell me where is my wife." If anybody does like that, we'll put them in a mental asylum. He's gone crazy. Really. And what did Ram do? First to begin, he forgot who he is. Koham bruhi sake swayam sa Bhagavan. He's saying, hey, not Lakshman, hey. He doesn't know who's Lakshman also too. Hey, who am I? Who am I? Lakshman says, my lord, you are Aryaputra, you are Ram. Acha. And who are you? I am your Das, your servant, Lakshman. Das. So he's forgotten who he is. So much he's suffering in the separation from a woman, Bhagavan, that he is forgotten everything. Forgotten that he is Bhagavan. And then, He Khagga Mriga, He Madhukar Shreni. O birds, O animals, O trees, O mountains, O bees, have you seen my wife? Tum dekhi Sita Mriganaini. And somebody throws you and say, you see that guy who's forgotten who he is. He doesn't even recognize his own servant, his younger brother Lakshman. He's rolling and crying in the ground. He's asking the birds and the bees and the trees for his wife. That is God, Bhagavan. Any one of us. What you going to say? Huh? You're going to accept? Who told you that? Durvasa. Acha. Namaste to Durvasa. Namaste to you. And namaste to your Bhagavan too. Every action he performs is supremely sacred, purifying, but he behaves like an ordinary man. He behaves worse than an ordinary man. How are you going to benefit? How are you going to know? Without being, that's why adhikari. This is why Tulsidas is making the condition. Bigata bikad jani adhikari. When you have become free from Maya, you've crossed Maya, and you have become deserving. And through Guru's grace, the bona fide master's grace, you have attained divine eyes, divine intellect, divine senses, everything divine. You will see. Then you will see. Then you will do like Hanuman. Siya Rama mai sab jagajani. That Ram came in this world, the Supreme Lord. Who is God? The Vedas, in the Vedas, the Upanishads, the highest authority in Sanatana Dharma, the Vedas, and the most important section are the Upanishads. In the Gopal Tapani Upanishad, a very beautiful rendition comes. Kaha Paramo Devaha. Kaha Paramo Devaha. Who's that supreme power, that supreme Brahm, above whom there is none? Kuto Bhayaha. Who's that one that even death is afraid of? Kasya Jnanena. Who's that one by knowing him, all knowledge automatically comes? Gopal Tapani Upanishad, the second mantra. And the Vedas itself gives the answer. Krishno havai paramam daivatam. Gopal Tapani Upanishad, third mantra. Shri Krishna, Shri Ram is the Supreme Brahm, the Supreme Lord. Our Supreme Beloved, the Divine Lord. Govindan Mittur Vibheti. Gopal Tapani Upanishad, third mantra. That Shri Ram, that Shri Krishna is so terrifying, death is afraid of him. Gopi Janavallabha Jnanina Khilam Tad Gyatam Bhavati. Gopal Tapani Upanishad, third mantra. And by knowing that Supreme Lord, the beloved of the gopis, all knowledge comes automatically. Yatha 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 tarur mula nishechanena triptyanti tatskanda bhujo pashakha pranopahara chayatendriyanam tathaiva sarvan hanumachuteja. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 4th canto, 31st chapter, 14th verse. Bhagavad says, you just pour, this is when you pour water in the root of the tree. You pour water in the root, down the root, and water automatically goes to the leaves and the fruits and the branches, etc. You don't have to make any extra effort. You just pour water in the root. Just as you are hungry and you eat food, and you do not worry how this food is going to nourish you, that how it's going to add to the blood, to the flesh, to the muscle, to the bone, etc. You eat because you're hungry and the food automatically nourishes you. In the same way, once we know Krishna, once we know Ram, all knowledge will automatically come. That's Supreme Lord. Of course, some people say, that's impossible. The Vedas doesn't describe God with a form. The Vedas say God is Nirakar, formless. Do you understand Ved? Have you read Ved? No, I read a book. That's not Ved. Dve vava brahmano rupe murtan chaiva murtan cha Brihadaranyaka. Second canto, third chapter, first verse. The Vedas is saying God is both with form as well as without form. Murtan with form, Amurtan without form. Many, many Ved mantras. The Supreme Lord descended in this world as Ram. Why? Because if we do not associate, we can't associate with God. And somehow we hear about a God who's living in some divine place and we don't know what he looks like, what can he do, etc. It's difficult to love. Something we can't associate with. So the Lord comes in this world and he performs divine pastimes, leelas. And the more leelas he performs, it becomes easier to attach ourselves to him. This is why the descension of the Lord as Ram, as Sri Ram, as Sri Krishna is the most important descensions. Because in these forms, he has performed the most pastimes. He has come as Durga, etc., different form, but there was only to destroy some Rakshas. Kill a Rakshas and go. Terrifying form. Oh, you can't love. Even in the world, when the mother gets angry and the eyes get red, is any child going by the mother? Mommy angry now. Oh, keep far away. Tomorrow I'll talk more about that. The angry aspect and why it's so difficult. So Bhagavan has uncountable forms. But the sweetest form and the form which performs the most pastimes are the forms when he comes as Sri Ram, as Sri Krishna. Especially Sri Krishna, but Sri Ram too. Same Lord. He comes and performs actions just like us. So now we can love him as a mother, as a father, as a mother as Sita, as Radha, our mother, as a father, as Ram, as Krishna, as a friend, as the cowherd boys worship Krishna, as Sugriv, Vibhishan, etc. worship Ram, as a friend, Sakha, as a das, as a servant worships the masters, Dasya Bhav. The Lord is my master, I am his servant, as Hanuman, as Shabari, etc. There are four main relations we can make with God. Not Bhagavan, we can't love Bhagavan. Bhagavan is God, but we can't love him. In that form, he is known as Mahavishnu. There's a form of Sri Krishna which is known as Mahavishnu. a descension, manifestation of Sri Krishna. Yasyaika nishwasita kalamathavalambya jivanti loma bilaja jagadandanatha Vishnur mahasa ihayasya kala vishesho govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami. Vedavyasji say in Bhagavad Mahapuran, I am a worshipper of that Supreme Lord Shri Krishna Govind, whose partial manifestation is Mahavishnu. You see, people don't understand. They think that Krishna is coming from Mahavishnu. No! It's the other way around. The Supreme Brahm is Ram, Krishna. From him comes Mahavishnu. Then from Mahavishnu, I explained last night, Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar. All Shri Krishna. Don't see big and small. It's Shri Krishna himself. But the supreme power. Veda Vyasa, who's written all his books, is saying that. So you're going to say, I don't believe Veda Vyasa now? He's also Aveshavatar, a descension of Shri Krishna. So that form of Mahavishnu is very difficult to worship. He's always serious, Char Bhuja, 4 arms. Always serious. Doesn't even smile. Mahalakshmi is pressing his feet day and night. Doesn't even look at her potting. The devotee wants. So the yogis worship that form. But the bhaktas, they don't want that form. That is called Shant Bhav. Higher than that, Dasya Bhav. Higher than that, Sakhya Bhav. Higher than that, Vatsalya Bhav. And the highest relation, Madhurya Bhav. Dasya Bhav, this is higher than Shant Bhav. Shant Bhav, as I mentioned, only majesty. It's like a subject worshiping the king. We hardly get a chance to even meet and speak. From far, bye-bye, ta-ta. Can't go close. But a servant can go in the house, in the master's house. You go in the bedroom, clean. You have more rest than the general public. Dasya Bhav. This is a natural, I told you last night, Jivera Shwarup Hoy Krishnera Nitya Das. The natural relation, the natural nature of the soul is an eternal servant of Shri Krishna. To serve Shri Krishna. Higher than that, Sakhya Bhav. Krishna is my friend. God, Ram is my friend. Sakha. The cowherd boys. Vibhishan, Sugriv, etc. So, in the servant, there was still respect and fear. But when you become a friend, when somebody is your friend, there's no feeling of awe and veneration. A feeling of equality. How easily thump each other on the back and, hey, bhai, how you going? A feeling of equality. And a desire to help each other in time of distress. So loving Shri Krishna as a friend means loving him as your equal. So you see, we're going down the hill now, right? We're going down. Making him smaller than us. First, he is higher. Shant Bhav, too much fear. King, I am a subject. Then lower than that, I am a servant, he is my master. Then lower than that, we are friends. Even lower, Vatsalya Bhav. Now he's smaller than me now. In this relation, the devotee loves God, Shri Krishna, Ram, as a parent loves a child. Yashoda, Devaki, Vasudev, Nanda Baba, Dashrath, Kaushilya. How much rights a parent has over the child? To scold and punish. Yashoda Maya didn't know that Krishna is Bhagavan. Because of Yog Maya, the special power of Bhagavan, first he makes himself forget, and then he makes his devotee forget too. Then he can enjoy. All the cowboys, the cowherd boys has complained to Maya, this Kanhaiya is eating dirt, mati. And Maya has gotten fed up. I'm going to fix you today. Why did you eat dirt? अरे मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माटी खायो, मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माटी खायो, मैं नहीं माटी खायो, मैं नहीं माटी खायो, अरे मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माटी खायो, अरे मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माटी खायो, अरे मैया मोरी मैं नहीं माटी खायो. Maya, I didn't eat dirt. These boys are jealous of me. I am the smallest. And when they go, they tell me, oh, you have to steal the cow, and I don't want to listen. Then they threaten me, we will complain to Maya about you. So they are lying. Balaram too is lying. Maya says, everybody's lying. Yes, Maya. They tell me go and steal butter, and and then they climb, and I have to go and then they threaten me, they will tell Maya. And so they complain, Maya, because I don't do everything they tell me. And Maya, look, Thakurji thinks so there's one way to make Maya realize that I haven't stolen butter. If people walk in, you walk brave, 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 and even if you do something wrong, the police might even look at you. But you start looking suspicious, something is wrong. Something he's looking like he want to hide. So very bravely, Thakurji says, Maya, look in my mouth if you think I eat dirt. Very bravely. Thinking Maya will say, well, if he had eaten dirt, why would he say something like that? So with great confidence, little Thakurji, little Kanhaiya says, Maya, look in my mouth. And he's thinking Maya is not going to look. And Maya says, okay, open the mouth. Uh-oh. Now what to do now? Now he's going to get beaten for sure. So Thakurji closes his eyes. And tears are flowing, real tears, no acting here. He has forgotten I am Bhagwan. Through that power, a special power called Yog Maya. Tears are flowing and he's trembling, shaking. This is the supreme Brahm, and this is Jiva Atma, his soul. And Maya, that time was Budhiya, she was pretty old when she had Kanhaiya. And a little thin, very thin little stick. And he's crying. And eyes closed. And now to open the mouth opened by itself. Because he's so scared. Bhagwan had told Yog Maya, hey, Yog Maya, stay out. Don't come here. I want to enjoy. But whenever he got in trouble, of course, Yog Maya is a servant. She can't see her master in trouble, so she comes. So now Maya is going to see dirt in Thakurji's mouth, and he's going to get beaten. Yog Maya comes. And in that little mouth of a little boy, small little mouth, look at little child, look at Sunny, how small the mouth is, right? Very small mouth. Maya is seeing uncountable solar systems. This is Yog Maya. And Maya ko chakkar aa gayi. Head starts spinning, Maya falling unconscious. Thakurji waiting, when is the whip going to come? Whip is not coming. And Thakurji's opened his eyes. Maya is lying unconscious. Acha, that Churel came again. That witch. Hey, Yog Maya. Yog Maya. Okay. Okay, it's fine. Whatever happened, happened. Now make Maya forget. I don't want Maya to know that I am Bhagavan. Then how would she threaten me? How would she give me milk? How would she give me makhan? Maya will put me on a pedestal now and do arti. So make her forget. I want to enjoy. And Yog Maya made Maya forget. Maya got up. What did I see? Oh, I'm getting old. Satya ho gaya. I'm going crazy. There's my Thakurji, my little, she holds Kanhaiya. How much rights the parent has over a child? This is the Supreme Lord. Is being treated like that with the soul. And the highest relation, Madhurya Bhav, relation of lover beloved, the gopis of Vrindavan. Hey Kanhaiya, take up my gobar. A gopi is saying, gopis? They were all illiterate. These are the highest saints. I told you, God and the saints hide themselves when they come in this world. Nobody would know. These are the topmost. Even Shri Krishna himself became gopis. Ashtamaha Sakhi, the 8 main Sakhis, the gopis, Lalita, Vishaka, etc. Shri Krishna is personifications of Shri Krishna himself. But they're all illiterate. Illiterate. Villagers. And this is more than 5,000 years ago. So these illiterate, even today if you go in places like Barsana in India, you will see these ladies, these people, they take the gobar, the cow dung, and they make a little patty, they make a little cake, and they put them to dry. A devotee went with me and we were driving through Barsana, and she saw all these little houses, like little houses, and she said to the driver, who lives in those houses? The driver started to laugh. I laughed also because I knew what it was. He said, there's no house, nobody's living there. You see, they have made these cakes of gobar, cow dung, and when rain will fall, it will wash it away. So they put them inside there to protect them and let them dry. And then they sell them or they use them as this is what this was fuel to cook the food, etc. This is the fuel. So one gopi is collecting gobar, the cow dung, in her basket, and she sees Kanhaiya suddenly, little boy, "Et Kanhaiya, yeah, come here." Kanhaiya, come. Please, no, not please. Hey, take up my basket. No please here. Take up my basket of gobar. And Thakurji says, what are you going to give me? Oh, I'll give you makhan, londa. Londa means like this amount of makhan, fresh butter. Thakurji says, okay. But this gopi now, she has so much gobar to take up. So she says, every basket you help me pick up, I'm going to give you a londa, a ball of makhan. But Thakurji says, wait a minute. Little Thakur, he's less than 5 years old, but it's about 5 years old at time. I am illiterate, bepare, and you are illiterate. How are we going to count and know how much butter makhan you're going to give me? Is after when he killed Kans, etc., 11 years he went to Mathura and killed Kans, and then after he went to school, Sandipalai. Before that he was illiterate. In Braj. So you are illiterate, I'm illiterate, how are we going to? So the gopi said, okay, every time you lift a tokri, a basket of gobar for me, I'll put one tikka. From the same gobar, I'll put a tikka in your forehead. Thakurji says, okay, that's a good way. So then I'll give you how much there is, I'll give you this. Thakurji says, fine. So whole day he's picking up Govar and this gopi, and he's taken, and she's taken, and a little face, look at his face, little small face, whole face got covered with Gobar. So they finished now. So the gopi says, okay, we have finished. So Thakurji says, give me the makhan. Oh, makhan do. Give me the butter. The gopi says, where is butter? There's no butter here. We have to go to my house. Ghar chale. Thakurji says, okay, let's go. And so they went now to get the makhan. And this gopi goes inside her house and she brings a mirror. And she says, 1 minute, look, watch at your face. Look at your face. So Thakurji takes the mirror and he, ooh! Because the whole face is filled with gobar. So Thakurji forgot everything. He dropped the mirror and he ran. There was a thing with water, a big copper, vessel with water. He runs there and he washes his face quickly. And then he comes now, please give me makhan do, makhan. And the gopi says, how much to give? You have washed everything out now. I don't know what to give you now. There was no tikka anymore. Start crying. And the gopi said, okay, don't cry. I'll give you. And she gave him a lot of makhan to eat. This, so much control the soul has over the Supreme Lord because of that love, that prem, that bhakti. So we have to make a relation with Bhagavan. And that's why Leela is so important. Leela, divine pastimes. When we read these pastimes, we read Ramayana, we read Bhagavad. If there was no Ramayana, no Bhagavad, nobody would know Bhagavan, nobody would be able to attain God. We hear all these divine pastimes and we fall in love with him. You just say about somebody formless, you don't know what he looks like, light. How can you love that? But you hear about the Lord and perform in all his different pastimes. The Supreme Lord comes in the world, gets banished for 14 years, lives in the forest, sleeps underground. He's a Supreme Lord. He's a prince. But he's eaten fruits and roots and shrubs. If we don't get nice food with well fry and masala and pepper, oh God, this food I don't taste. What kind of food? Enough salt and all that. We have no food. And here, roots. No fire to cook all that. Just eat it just like that. This was a condition that Kaikeyi gave. You have to live like a hermit. Imagine. We read that, and that, of course, our heart we feel this is our divine, our beloved Lord. How did he pass those 14 years? And we fall in love here in this wonderful kathas. As Leela is so important. That's why he comes. These Leelas are so powerful. Even a Paramhans, when Veda Vyas was writing Bhagavad Mahapuran, Bhagavad Mahapuran is no ordinary book. This is called Pancham Ved. After Veda Vyas wrote Vedas, Mahabharata, all the Puranas, etc., he was so perturbed, no peace, no shanti. Naradji came and said, Bhai, what happened? You have written Vedas, all these wonderful books, and yet you are so anxious and restless, no peace. I don't know, Narad, I don't know. Naraji said, because you have not written a book that describes only the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, and his divine pastimes. But first you have to do bhakti. This is Avesha Avatar, descension of the Supreme Lord. But first you have to do bhakti. Do bhakti first, and then you can write Bhagavad. Vedavyas did bhakti. Maya ko dekha. He saw Maya as a form. He saw Maya. And then he attained bhakti. And then through the grace of Sri Krishna, he wrote Bhagavad Mahapuran. You have to be qualified to read Bhagavad. The one who is relating Bhagavad, Shukadev, and the one who is listening, Parikshit, inside the womb of Uttara, Parikshit saw Krishna. When Ashwatthama sent that weapon to destroy him, Bhagwan Krishna went in the womb. And there Parikshit saw Krishna. So beautiful. When he came out of the womb, he started looking. Where's that fella I saw inside there? Who are all these people? I want to see that fella in there. That's how we got the name Parikshit. And everybody reading Bhagavad. There are qualifications. Vedavyas taught who I'm going to give this Bhagavad to. I need someone qualified. So Radharani had a parrot, her personal pet. Shuk. Shuk means parrot. Her pet parrot. This is a supreme being. There's no ordinary. Everything about Bhagwan is divine. It's not an ordinary parrot. That is Shukadev. So the Lord sent Shukadev. And Shukadev remained inside the womb for 12 years. Normally, a child remains in the womb of a mother for 9 months, 10 months. 12 years. Vedavyas says, boy, what happened? Why don't you come out? I'm afraid of Maya. If you give me the boon that Maya will not affect me, then I'll come out. Give me that boon. Vedavyas say, okay, I give you the boon. Maya will have no effect on you. Out came Shukadev. 12 years. And start to run. Right? Yeah? You ever see a child now born and start running? Shukadev is running. Just as he's born. And Vedavyas is running. Hey, Putra, he's calling, son, wait. You can't leave. You have to get married. You have to have children. All these things. Then you can take sannyas. But Shukadev is not hearing anything. Because Shukadev is Paramhans. A Paramhans is one who does not see, does not hear, does not smell, does not touch. Nothing, everywhere. Brahm, 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 Brahm. He experiences the formless absolute Brahm. The absolute form of Bhagwan Krishna. On the way, when they were going, there were some apsaras, heavenly damsels, bathed naked in a pond. It is a sin to bathe naked. It's a sin against Varun. Varun is the god of water. So it's a sin to bathe naked. But these apsaras were bathed naked. When Shukadev passed, they didn't do anything. They continued bathing. And when Vedavyas came, they all covered themselves. And Vedavyas got angry. My young son passed here, and you continue bathing. I am an old man, and you covered yourself. Why? So the Apsara said, don't get angry. Gussa nahi karna. But we won't tell you something. You see, your son is Paramhans while you are Hans. Paramhans and Hans. Paramhans, I told you, he doesn't see, smell, taste, experience anything except Brahm. When your son passed, he didn't see woman, he didn't see woman bathed naked, he didn't see nothing, he just everywhere Brahm. We know we are heavenly damsels. When a man look at us, we know how he's looking. When you came, you saw a Hans is a bird that is able to, if you mix water and milk, that bird can take out the milk, separate the milk from the water. In other words, you experience the world as well as Bhagavan also too. Do you see the difference? So you saw there are naked women bathing in a pond, they are committing pap, a sin. We read you. That was Shukdev. Look at the qualification of one who is reading Bhagavad. Shukdev went in the forest and sat down. Vedavyas, on the excuse of finding Shukdev, told his disciples, go and collect wood in the forest. While they were collecting wood, they saw Shukdev sitting. They came back. Oh, Shukdev had his body had the same color of Krishna. Same color. So beautiful, young boy. Sitting, there's a light about him. Vedavyas understood. He told him, go and say this mantra. There's a mantra from Gopi Geet that describes the beauty of Krishna. Baraha Pidam Natavarvapu Karnayo Karnikaram Vibhradavasa Kanaka Kapisham Vaijayantim Chamalam Randhan Veno Radhar Sudhaya Purayan Gopa Vrindair Brindaranyam Swapadaramanam Pravishad Gita Kirti. Beautiful verse. The gopis are singing, describing how beautiful Krishna is. Wearing the Banamala, golden cloth around his waist, etc. Kanaka Kapisham. While they were reciting, Shukadev opened his eyes. He looked and closed his eyes again. So beautiful. It affected him. He was not supposed to hear anything. He got affected. Because it's so beautiful, the description of Krishna. So they went back, they said, he opened his eyes, but he closed it again. Acha. Go and say this one now. Ahovakiyam sthanakalakutam jighansaya payayadapya sadhri lebhe gatim dhatuchitam tatunyam kamvadayalum sharanam brajem. Who else is so merciful? In whom I can take complete shelter? Other than the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, who has given the foster mother's high place and honor and glory in his divine abode to that wicked witch, Putna, who suckled the divine child from her poisonous breast to kill him. And yet he gave such a high place to her. Who else can be so merciful that someone tried to kill you? And he gave her such a high place in his divine abode. To take such complete shelter, only the Supreme Lord Krishna. The moment Shukadev heard this verse, he opened his eyes. And now he looks at the boys. The boys are scared. We have disturbed the saint in his meditation. Hey! Oh my God, maybe he'll give shrap. A curse. Hey, come. Who did you hear this verse from? Oh, our Guru, Veda Vyas. Sukadev taught, I know Veda Vyas. He's my father. And they say that's not all. There are 18,000 more verses like this in a book called Bhagavad Mahapuran. Shukadev said, okay, I want to hear. If one verse is like this, I want to hear all. And so Shukadev went and Veda Vyas gave Bhagavad. And then Veda Vyas, Shukadev told his Bhagavad to Parikshit, and then we are all here in Bhagavad. The one who is qualified to listen, Parikshit. And the one who is qualified to relate, Shukadev. Then you can know what's in Bhagavad. Now, Bhagavad is not an ordinary book. No one can understand Ved. When all people like Shankaracharya, Madhavacharya, etc. came, Ramanujacharya, they wrote something called Bhashya. Bhashya, this is explanation of Vedanta, of the Vedas, of the Upanishads. It's called Vedanta, Bhashya. Small little mantras. Vedanta, small little mantras. And so, big, huge book they wrote. Veda Vyas has already done that by writing Bhagavad. There's no need to do that. Bhagavad is explanation of Vedas. Bhagavad is the highest. So, this is one of the main reasons the Lord descended in this world as Shri Ram, as Shri Krishna, so that we can listen to these wonderful pastimes of the Lord. We can acquire the true knowledge. We can fall in love with Him and make these wonderful relations. There are many, many reasons, but this is the best one. So, nobody can tell the whole thing about Ram or Krishna. I don't claim to say that. I will never claim that I can tell you what who is Ram or who is Krishna. Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, Saraswati, Brihaspati can't say who is me. But according to the grace of my Guru, Jagat Guru Sri Kripaluji Maharaj, through my limited intellect, so I'm trying to give you a little bit of what I understand. This is not all what He is, what the Lord is. What I understand, that's all. In my limited way. There's much, much more. But that's enough for tonight. Bole Syavar Ramchandra Bhagwan ki jai. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. We about to get ready for our final arati. Just thank you. As Uncle Raja said, we don't like to mention name. And we shouldn't want our name to be mentioned also. I mentioned last night the real charity. When thou givest alms, let not the right hand know what the left hand had given, so that thy alms may be in secret. The best charity is the one done in secret. So you don't get pride. You don't have to announce your name and all that. Bhagwan knows. Bhagwan has taken note. That's most important. And he'll give you your fruit, your benefit. We don't have to tell, man wouldn't give you anything. Man cannot give. All the benefits only Bhagwan can give. So the best daan, the best charity is the one given in secret. Always strive. Yes, I want you to, but you should go. Give charity. Give to the mandir, always. Give to the orphans, the orphanage, etc. To those who are deserving. Give. But try to always let it be in secret. Don't mention my name. Don't say like that. To protect ourselves and to increase your devotion. Especially in this Kali Yuga, the one thing we can do is daan, is charity. Dana me kam kalau yuge manusmriti. In the age of Kali Yuga, one dharma remains. That is daan, charity. So all those who have given and are given, I'm sure, my saying this alone, I will say it, but the Lord is going to bless you. I don't have to tell him to bless you, bhaiya. I can't tell Bhagwan bless this one and bless that one. Bhagwan knows who. I see some special person, hey Bhagwan, you better bless that fella. No. Bhagwan blesses you. All you have to do is become deserving. All we have to do, God's is showing His grace upon us day and night. God understands. All we have to do is to become deserving. You don't have to ask anybody for blessing. You just become deserving, that's all. And the blessings will come. So all of you who are giving and helping in some way, God is blessing you. He'll bless you. You mightn't see it immediately. Sometimes, we want to see it right away. It doesn't happen right away. God's work is slow, but sure. It is sure. You don't have to worry about Bhagwan. He don't make mistake and he don't forget. Right? So we don't have to worry about Bhagwan. Man makes promises and he forgets, and man can't do anything anyhow. People promise you all kind of thing. Don't worry about all that. Do for God, for Bhagwan. He will shower His grace upon you, His blessing, in bountiful way. Don't worry about it. You don't even know when He's showering His grace and blessings. Sometimes we think something is bad, and that sometimes is the best grace, the best blessing He can shower on you. We don't know. Tam bhranshayami sampadbhyo yasya cham yunukraham. The Lord says, I take away those who I shower my grace upon, I take away from them. So that they will accept me alone as their everything. We think sometimes we look at something bad and we think that is God is punishing me. No. Sometimes the biggest grace you're getting from Bhagavan to make you humble. He loves humility. To make you realize that He alone is yours. And the happiness we are searching for we'll find in Him alone. When you're a devotee, that's why Bhagwan Ram says to Shabari, Ashtam jatha labh santosha. O Shabari, the 8th type of devotion is to be contented, whether in gain or loss. When you're a devotee, even in loss, you're contented. Because you have bhakti. When you don't have bhakti, you cry day and night, everything you're crying for. When you have bhakti, you're contented because you have the Lord. When you have the Lord, you have everything. That's all you need. That's where the true happiness is. So, thanks. I want to thank all of you. We continue tomorrow and Friday. We do have other programs. We'll let you know as we go along. Tomorrow and Friday, same time, right? We normally start Abhishek a little bit before 7, so come a little bit early if you want to take part in Abhishek. All right? But please to come and invite others to come also. Let's all stand for Aarti of Shri Radha Krishna. लाडली लाल की जय। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी। दोन सिर कनक मुकुट झलके, दोन श्रुति कुंडल भल हलके, दोन दृग प्रेम सुधा छलके। जसीले बै रसीले नैन, गसीले सै दोन मैं नन मनहारी की बनवारी नथवारी। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी। दोन दृग चितवनी परवारी, दोन लट लट कन छवि न्यारी, दोन भाव मत कन अति प्यारी। रसन मुखपान हसन मुस्कान, दर्शन दमकान दोहनी बेसर छवि न्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी। एक उर पीतांबर पहरे, एक उर नीलांबर लहरे, दोन उर लर मोदिन छहरे। कांकनन कनक इकनिन जनक, उपरुन भनक दोन रुन जुन धुनि प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी। एक सिर मोर मुकुट राजे, एक सिर चूनरी छवि छाजे, दोन सिर तिरछे फल भ्राजे। संग ब्रज बाल लाडली लाल, बाह गलदाल कृपालु दोन दृगचारी की बनवारी नथवारी। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी। हरि हरि बोल, बोल हरि बोल, हरि हरि बोल,
बोल हरि बोल।
हरि हरि। Everybody, it's a very special name of Shri Krishna, Hari. Bol means sing the name of the Lord. Hari Hari Bol, Bol Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol,
बोल हरि बोल।
Hari Hari Bol, Bol Hari Bol,
हरि हरि बोल, बोल हरि बोल।
Oh Hari Hari Bol, Bol Hari Bol,
हरि हरि बोल, बोल हरि बोल।
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, oh Hari Bol,
हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल।
oh Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
हरि बोल, हरि
Devotees, we ask Pandit Satyananda ji to lead us in closing prayer.
बंसी विभूषित करा नवनीरदाभा पीताम्बर धरुण बिंब फलधरोष्टा पूर्णेन्दु सुंदर मुख दरविंद नेत्रा कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव. Shall we bow to the Guru? Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Deva Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, शरणम प्रभु सब संतन की जय जय सीताराम. श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय. साकेत बिहारी श्री राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय. वृंदावन बिहारी लालवेंद्र सरकार की जय. जय जय श्री राधे. जय जय श्री राधे. जय जय श्री राधे. रासेश्वरी राधा रानी की जय.
Devotees, please have your seats, everyone. We'll ask the group to sing a couple of bhajans afterwards. Before they start, we would like the aarti will be passed to everyone. Please partake in aarti. After that, everyone will come to me and take my blessings in the form of chandan and prasad. And the Panchamrit, we bathed the Lord, Shri Radha Krishna, with the divine Amrit, the 5 Amrits, and so we have the Mahaprasad. So please do partake before leaving. Alright, and Bhojan also? Bhojan is prepared for everyone, so please do eat before going. Alright, thanks very much. Radhe Radhe. Sing. You all sing, Bhajan?
तू ही तू ही तू ही तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन। तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा स्वामी नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा स्वामी नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा सखा नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा सखा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा सुत नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा सखा नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा सुत नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा सुख नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा पिया नंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा सखा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही माता पिता ब्रह्मानंद नंदन।
तू ही मेरा माता पिता सखा नंद नंदन।
तेरा ही कहा हुआ है यहाँ नंद नंदन। तेरा ही कहा
हुआ है मेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
मेरा सब कुछ ही है तेरा नंद नंदन।
मेरा सब कुछ ही है मेरा नंद नंदन।
तेरा सब कुछ भी है मेरा नंद नंदन।
ओ तेरा सब कुछ भी है मेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
माँ मैं होती पतित नंद नंदन। माँ मैं होती पतित नंद नंदन। तू ही तो पतित पावन नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो पतित पावन नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तेरा नंद नंदन।
माना मैंने तुझको बुलाया नंद नंदन, माना मैंने तुझको बुलाया नंद नंदन, या मैं तो ही दोषी तेरी माया नंद नंदन, या मैं तो ही दोषी तेरी माया नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन, मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
माना मनती हूँ तुम्हारा नंद नंदन, माना मनती हूँ मैं तुम्हारा नंद नंदन। तू है कैसा मन मोहन नंद नंदन, तू है कैसा मन मोहन नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
माना मैं हूँ सब विधि दोषी नंद नंदन, माना मैं हूँ सब विधि दोषी नंद नंदन। तू तो है कृपालु कृपा करो नंद नंदन, तू तो है कृपालु कृपा करो नंद नंदन। तू ही
तो है मेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन।
तू ही तो है मेरा नंद नंदन।
मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद नंदन। मैं भी तो हूँ तेरा नंद